Hello, it's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I am here to pull some cards for this week ahead. That's this week starting on Monday the 8th of March through to Sunday the 14th of March. So I trust you're well. Extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. So Corey and I slipped away for the night, just 5 minutes from home in our little camper. So we're about to head home, and I thought I'd do the video before I return home. So that's it'd be nice to connect here out in nature. I'm coming to you live from Tasmania, Australia. It is Monday the 8th of March now at exactly 1:35 p.m. I can't see comments yet until Facebook catches up with them all, so please comment if you wish. I will see them eventually. So I trust you're well. If you're new to watching, welcome. What I'm going to be doing is using my combined Speed of Light Oracle cards with my Animal Kingdom Oracle, and I'll be looking for the best cards for this week ahead. I don't have a set amount, I just do it intuitively, and we'll see what the cards say. They will kind of direct me, or I'll get intuition, strong intuition sensations, I suppose, that will guide me through the cards. So I trust that. I've been doing this for a long time. So I trust whatever comes up resonates with you and supports you this week. I'm not pulling cards for individuals. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that something shared supports you at this time. So anything that doesn't resonate, just let it go. It's okay. So I'm going to just start shuffling, and we'll just do a quick recap of last week, which was right on point. From my perspective and what happened for me, at least. I don't know how it was for you, but I talked about this head-heart energy, this up and down, and what I realised quickly into the week was that I had to find a middle ground, a place to find balance and find centre during the sort of ups and downs of the week. Our theme card for last week was the Sea Dragon, which reminded us to go gently. So to be gentle with ourselves. So there was this need to make sure that we weren't overdoing it last week. So I don't know how that fits in for your week that you've just been through. So I'm shuffling the cards. Oh yay, I can see comments. Oops, I'm punching things. Let's do a quick hello to Lisa and Dina and Angie from New York. Linda's here. Hello. Hi Jane. And Jennifer, Noel's here. Robin, hello. Catherine, hello. Margaret and Sam. Nolan, hello. Hi, everybody. Yay, finally, comments. So, I'm shuffling the cards, and I am holding the intention that I want to find the best cards for the majority of us for this week ahead. That's the week from Monday the 8th of March through to Sunday the 14th of March. 2021. I have to add the year because sometimes you just need to. So I'm shuffling the cards, and I'm going to close my eyes actually, and we'll just see how we want to lay them out. And I want to lay them out in a capital T shape for those of you who are interested. So I finished shuffling, I split the deck into two, and I'm just laying the cards out in a T shape, 4 across the top, and we'll go 4 down the stem. I'll just move the cards up a bit so we've got room to spread out, seeing as though I've got a proper table today. So we have 8 cards. We've got 4 Speed of Light and 4 Animal Kingdom Oracle cards. So let's turn these guys over and see what we've got. And then I'll talk about the cards. Okay, we've got no featured cards. So let's start with Monday. Monday the 8th of March, we have card 7 called Chakra Activate. And it says upgrade, new level, initiation and celebrate. This talks about it being a time to celebrate on Monday. So what have you got to celebrate? What have you got to be grateful for or appreciate as you move through your Monday? So are there things that you've realised in these last few days, or people that you've realised in the last few days that maybe you haven't been appreciating as much as you could have been? So there is this general sense of appreciation, gratitude, celebration coming through for Monday. This card also talks about upgrade. So it's about taking parts of our life to the next level. And we may have been thinking about that for perhaps the last few weeks, but especially the last few days, where maybe we've been thinking about opening up a new door, or trying something new, or taking something that we do to the next level. And maybe it's been calling us on and off for months, and we're starting to see or notice that there may be an opportunity to try something out, or take something that we're doing to the next level on Monday. So there is this general sense of upliftment with this card, and moving things to the next level. Now over Tuesday we have this card, and actually I want to grab this other card too, if I can pick it up. I'll grab both of these cards for Tuesday. That's Tuesday the 9th of March. So we've got floating. Let's talk about this one first. It's card 12 called floating. And the keywords say spontaneous, calling, mental break, and escape. So this is about taking a break from our everyday problems, our everyday dramas, the everyday stuff that we're dealing with, or that we're struggling to deal with at the moment. Maybe some things have become overwhelming, or we just need to take a break. So whether a Tuesday is the day we take the break, or if we're organising a longer break, maybe for the next couple of weeks, then it feels like a mental break is important for us to consider, if this resonates with you. So the mental break will take us out of our everyday setting and take us somewhere else. So it could be for an hour, it might be for a drive somewhere. It may be for a few days away, a weekend retreat, or a week off, or something like that. And this is time for us not only to take a mental break, but ultimately it's to help shift our perspective of something that we're dealing with in our life that we may have gotten too tunnel visioned with. So sometimes we get a bit too tunnel visioned, and we see a certain area of our life or a person in our life through this tunnel vision, and it can be very difficult to break out of that in the setting that it takes place in, if you like. So by taking a mental break, it also helps sort of break down that tunnel vision so we can see more of the bigger picture. So it's about a shift of perspective that's potentially happening, or that we're potentially going to step into around Tuesday. So what is going on in your life that could do with a shift of perspective? What has been not working for you that you need to take a break from? So that's for Tuesday, but we also have this card for Tuesday as well, the Kangaroo, card 10, and it says leap over the obstacle. So this is saying that maybe early in the week some of us might notice an obstacle, or a bit of a boulder or rock, hopefully not a mountain, but maybe in our road, on our path early in the week. So the Kangaroo is reminding us that we can leap over this obstacle. So let's get into the mindset, let's get focused and think about what we need to do to break the habit, to leap over the obstacle, to fly over the hurdle that we might be facing early in the week. So that's Kangaroo. And then that takes us to Wednesday, where we have the Spirit Bird. This is a great card to have. It's card 37. And it says heart, song, joy, excitement, and motivation. This is that whistle while we work. It's that skip in our step when we're doing things. And there is this sense of joy that's coming through potentially for Wednesday, especially early on Wednesday, I want to say. It feels like Wednesday morning, potentially quite light and joyful is the feeling. We might find ourselves quite motivated to move towards things that we may have been overthinking or not really knowing if it was the right thing to do recently. We might feel this pull from our heart that pulls us towards things in a surprising way. So that's Wednesday. And then things take a bit of a turn, because then we move down the other row of cards here. So there's a feeling with early in the week up until Wednesday morning that things are moving on quite the horizontal path. It feels like we're moving across the land, if you like, in a horizontal way. And then from Wednesday, so probably Wednesday afternoon on, it feels like things are moving more in a, well, I want to say downward, but I don't want you to think that that means like depressive, because it feels good. So it feels like energy coming down and in more on that vertical axis, we could say. So as we move further into Wednesday, we've got the Condor card 50. And the Condor says to expand your horizons, but there is a feeling here of expanded horizons as we move further into Wednesday. You know how I was talking about that tunnel vision that we had maybe earlier in the week with the mental break sort of card? Or there is this feeling by Wednesday afternoon that a lot of us are going to be feeling more broader and looking more at the bigger picture, really expanding our horizons and seeing more options, perhaps more solution potentials as well. So this is especially for situations that we may have felt a bit stuck with, or situations where we felt or wondered if there was a solution. There is not just one option. There is the feeling that if we can open our perspective, our viewpoint, we will likely see that there are potential other options. So as we're moving forward into Wednesday, let's be open to expanding the potentials that are available. Okay, so then Thursday we have the Echidna. This feels like Thursday and Friday, so we're talking about the 11th and 12th of March, and this is card 19, the Echidna. And the Echidna says, don't dwell on the details. So Thursday and Friday especially, we've been encouraged to keep going. Let's not keep stopping to dig up the dirt on everything or everyone. You know, sometimes there is a need for us to stop and get more information or get the details or seek out more knowledge or whatever it is that we need. But there is this feeling through Thursday and Friday that we've been encouraged to keep going, to be careful that we're not distracting ourselves by stopping and digging up the dirt and then focusing or losing focus by focusing on what the dirt is bringing up. So basically, let's keep going, let's keep moving, let's keep walking Thursday and Friday. Let's not let ourselves be distracted by the things that are dug up, that we stop and dig up, or that other people are stopping to dig up. So don't dwell on the details. Thursday and Friday is our guidance. Let's keep going, because I feel that potentially Thursday and Friday could be quite productive if we stay focused and attentive to what we're doing. But I feel there's also a potential here for some of us to perhaps get distracted or procrastinate. So if you don't want to be distracted and procrastinate and you'd like to get that, tap into that productivity, just remember to keep going, keep focusing, don't give up, keep moving, keep walking, keep going. So that's Thursday and Friday tied in there. Okay, so then we've got the weekend. Saturday, the 13th of March, a great day for family reunion or family gatherings. We've got card 7, the Elephant, and the Elephant says family commitments. So this is likely talking about the commitments that we have made with our family, but because it's coming up for Saturday, it's likely highlighting some type of family get together or a connection with a family member that may be important. There is a personal feeling here of keeping on going. There is this sense of resilience here with the Elephant, and coming off the Echidna Thursday and Friday to keep going, keep focused, don't stop and dwell on the details and dig up all the dirt on stuff and become distracted by it. There is this, almost a feeling that this continues into Saturday with a different sort of energy with the Elephant, but there is this feeling here of the Elephant just keeping on going. And there is something very stable, very solid, very almost carefully planned out, but maybe at the same time not, as the Elephant just puts it one foot down and then the next as it plods along and just keeps on going, slow and steady, consistent action, consistent movement. So there is that feeling of continuation into Saturday, of movement and potential productivity if we can stay focused and we can stay steady. And then Sunday, so Sunday the 14th of March, and we have Archangel Michael. I've just realised we've got a bunch of new cards, because there is a lot of cards the last few weeks that we've had repeat. And there's actually a lot of these cards I can't remember coming up in recent weeks. So this shows too a sort of a freshness that's coming in, a sort of shift that's taking place or since the last couple of weeks that we've been through. This is card 1, Archangel Michael, and it says truth, protection, boundaries, and courage. And this is really reminding us on Sunday to affirm our boundaries, affirm our protection, that we are safe and protected, but especially affirming our boundaries. We may want to reflect on how our boundaries are on Sunday. We might notice that there's a fence down, the fences are down in some areas of our boundaries. We may need to assess our boundaries to see if there's some repairs needed, or to see if we need to recreate or rebuild a more healthier and a boundaries that sort of works for who we've become. So as we change and as we grow, things, our boundaries and things like this, our priorities will all need to adjust as well. So if you've changed a lot in this last couple of weeks, you might find that something tests you over the weekend, probably on Sunday, that's going to test your boundaries to see how strong or how healthy they really are. So keep that in mind for Sunday. If you're in a situation, or if you have a situation that you know is coming up for Sunday where you might not feel completely safe, or you might know that you tend to overcommit, or you tend to do this sort of thing, then you might want to go into a situation with strong boundaries prepared to go. Just like if the occasional time I've had to step into hospital to see someone that I know is unwell, I have to, because I'm going into that environment, I have to make sure my protection is really high and amped up before I go in. So if you know you're about to go into a situation, if you're about to dive into the sharks on Sunday, then you might want to pre-affirm your protection or pre-affirm your boundaries and make sure they're really strong before you go in. So that's Archangel Michael, mostly talking about boundaries. He also highlights energy around truth, and find the courage to speak our truth and the courage to have strong and healthy boundaries. So they're the cards for this week. They feel quite pleasant this week. So I'm going to be very interested to see what the theme is. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to pull the theme card in a second. So before I do, I want to thank you so much for joining me. If you have enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you would love to connect more privately, please send us a message through our website. So if you would love to learn more about me and the work I do at Temple of Balance, please visit templeofbalance.com.au. So let's look for the theme card. The theme card will help us see the bigger picture for this whole week ahead, from the 8th till the 14th of March. So the best card for the theme is this. Let's go for this here. Oh, it is a featured card. It's the White Tiger. Oh, this is cool. He hasn't come up for a while. He says to split the deck. Up here he has further information, which says to split the deck and take the top card. So I'm just going to split, take this. Oh, we haven't seen that one for a while either. So there's definitely new energy around. So we've got these two cards have come up for the theme. They've come up together for a reason. So let's look at them separately. Then we'll look at their relationship together. So we have the White Tiger, card 48. And down here it says schedule, routine, adjustment, and management. He talks about how we are spending or managing our time. I'm not doing readings for individuals, but welcome all new viewers. This is general guidance for everyone, so just see how it fits in for you. So this is reminding us to really look at our schedule, look at our priorities, look at how we spend our time. So as I mentioned before with Archangel Michael about as we change, things like our priorities, our boundaries, things like this change or need to adjust too. So I have a little bit of an inside chuckle with this card because this highlights our priorities. So what are our new priorities at the moment? So things have changed. Have you got some new priorities now? Do your priorities match with how you're spending your time? And that could be a really interesting one to look at in the journal, is to really assess and be aware of what you are actually doing, what is consuming time for you, whether it's in thought or action, and are those things that are taking up a lot of your time or a lot of your attention, a lot of your thought, are they on your priorities list? So what I like to do is make a list of my priorities at this time. I make a list of what is currently taking space for me, mentally or physically, time and space, and where these things match on the list or don't match. So if I've got a problem with something, then something that I would like to be number 5 on my priority list might be taking up number 1 spot because it's just something I'm thinking about, it's frustrating me, or whatever's going on. So I need to reel that in and bring that back down to where I want the priority of it to be, which is, say, 5th on the list, and make the things that I want to be priority, make those top. So it's really interesting to assess what we want our priorities to be and where they actually are. So what can you do this week to assess your schedule, assess how you spend your time, assess what your priorities are and what your priorities actually are, so what's actually playing out in your life as well. Do you need to look at your schedule? Do you need to look at the time that you're spending on things and make some changes? Have you been saying lately, I need to make more time for this, or this situation's really frustrating me and I'm over it? Well, maybe it's time to close the door there, if that's something that's possible. So notice what's going on in your schedule, how you spend your time. And this will be connected with this card, which is card 41, called Light Codes. It says incoming information, memories, and language. This talks about new energy coming in. And some of us may feel and may have felt for the last couple of weeks this new energy coming in, but there's a lot around this week. I'm getting itchy up here on the crown of my head because I feel this energy coming in. So there is potentially new beginnings, new situations, new people that we may even meet this week. This new energy, we may need to consider how or do we want to make time for it. There might be something that we've asked for a long time that starts showing up or starts sneaking in this week. Can we make time for it? If you've been asking for a new door to open, if you've been asking for a certain person to come into your life, a person that can support you with this or that can love you like that, if they show up this week, there's this sense here of making time for it, making time for these people. And it's not just people, it's new things that I feel are coming in this week. So we might feel them come in, we might feel a little unsettled, and then we might want to look at our schedule, our routine, how we spend our time, our priorities, and make some changes. So are you still okay to spend your time doing things that don't resonate with you anymore? Can you take a break from some things? Can you close some old doors? Can you lighten your load with that so that you can make some room for some new things? Because some new things want to come in. If our schedule, if our routine, if our day is hectic and busy and frantic and stressed out and overwhelming, then it's going to be crammed with all sorts of stuff, which means there's not much room for this new that wants to come in. So this week, if you haven't already recently, which I know I have just in this last week or so, I've already been doing this, ready I feel for this new that wants to come in. So if you haven't already been clearing the clutter with your schedule and your time and how you spend your day, then you may feel inspired to do that. And then let the new energy come in, let it settle. We don't need to fill all the gaps immediately, because things will find the place for those gaps when the time's right. So it's okay to just have a simple schedule for a bit, if that's what we move into. And then let the new that wants to come in too. So I trust that resonates. Thank you so much. It sounds like and feels like quite a new sort of mysterious sort of week this week. There's lots of energy that wants to come in, lots of movement, lots of new beginnings that feel almost difficult to grasp right now, but maybe some plans, maybe some thoughts, maybe some inspirations and ideas that are wanting to come forward that in the maybe later this week or in the weeks to follow will start to take form, so we can use them and play with them in our life. So have fun. Happy birthday, happy anniversary if you're celebrating. Have a fantastic week ahead. I will be in throughout the week to share some support videos, no doubt. So I might see you then. If not, I'll see you next Monday for the weekly guidance. So take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Namaste. Bye.